Showtime Pettis' nickname is well-deserved. He's one of the most exciting fighters I have ever seen in the UFC.
I'm the best 155er in the world.
Number 1 and number 2 are set to meet with the title on the line.
UFC 185 tomorrow, featuring Anthony Pettis defending his lightweight title against Rafel Dos Anjos. And to hear break things down for us, we welcome in Chael Sonnen and Gilbert Melendez. And Gilbert, you had the unique distinction of being in the octagon with Pettis last, and that was in December. How do you approach this fight here in the octagon and attack Pettis?
Well, Pettis is one of the best strikers in the game right now. Dynamic kicks, fast hands. The last person to really dominate him was Clay Guida. He was able to take him down, put him on his back. So my goal was to try to take him down and put him on his back, but not a very easy task. And Dos Anjos used to do the same thing. In order to take someone down, you got to be aggressive, push forward, and close the distance so you can take him away from the kicks. So once the distance is closed, he can't kick. Then I used to barrage the punches, try to push him on the cage, score punches to the cage, and try to work the takedown here. Make it a messy fight, because Anthony likes to fight a controlled fight. And if you don't get the takedown, you repeat the process. Here I am closing the distance, mixing punches to the body, to the head. His hands are up, I go low, and I proceed to get the takedown here. Now, Anthony Pettis was able to bounce back up to his feet, and I kept putting the pressure, but someone like Anthony is so dynamic and creative. He did a spinning back kick, lands to my body. I keep trying to put the pressure, make it a dirty fight, and try to break him. Again, he's such a talented fighter. He wants to score points. He wants to fight on the outside. If Dos Anjos is going to have a chance, he's going to need to make it messy and try to look at the right opportunity to score a takedown.
Chael, is Rafel capable of executing a plan like this in the octagon?
I don't think that Dos Anjos has the wrestling ability to get Pettis out of his #1 realm, which is on his feet. And the biggest problem Dos Anjos faces is he's as slow as molasses running uphill.
That's
for a 155-pounder, this guy, you can see him. He's very predictable. I think he's an excellent fighter, but he lacks that speed. He's going to get beat to the punch over and over.
If he's predictable, so who do you got in something like this? Because that's not good if you're predictable and slow.
I'll tell you, it's a hard thing to deal with, and the guy is slow for this division. Now, he's a straightforward, strong fighter. The good news for him, if he's going to beat Pettis, he's going to have to beat him at his own game. He's not going to be able to get on top, stay there, and win a judge's decision. He's got to get out there and mix it up. I just don't think with his speed deficit, he's going to be able to land those shots.
Who you got in this?
And I have to agree with Chael here. Now, in mixed martial arts, everyone's a different type of fighter. I was trying to put the wrestling game. Now, Dos Anjos doesn't have the wrestling game, but if he can mix up the striking and get caught in these exchanges and make it a messy fight, maybe he could get the timing and score the takedown on Pettis. He is definitely a better grappler on paper. A tough situation, but I do got Pettis.
And you got Pettis.
I got Pettis as well via TK.
All right, we'll see. Pettis riding a 5-fight win streak, going for 6 tomorrow night in Dallas. Chael, thank you so much. Good luck in your fight in June. Thank you, Gilbert.
Thank you.
UFC 185, Anthony Pettis defending the lightweight belt against Rafel Dos Anjos tomorrow night from Dallas, Texas. We bring in our UFC experts, Chael Sonnen, Gilbert Melendez. Gilbert, you were the last one to step into the ring with the champion. Once you got in there, was there anything that surprised you about Showtime?
You know, I was prepared for him. He's so talented out there, but what surprised me most was his speed. He was faster than I expected. I knew he was, but I was surprised. But he's talented everywhere. Here I am fighting him against the cage. I got him in the cage where I want, but he limps his arm out, and he gets off the cage and fires back with a kick. And you got to be walking forward against Anthony, but right here, I'm backing up. And when I back up with the safeguard, he does a double flying knee. So dynamic with his strikes. And lastly, here's the victim of the speed. We trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches. He lands them all. He has the eye contact. He's finding the target better than myself. And of course, I'm shooting here, trying to take him down, but I am cat back. My back is up. They call that on wrestling cat back. I took a horrible shot. Why? Because his speed was definitely bothering me, and he landed some great punches. So his speed is just amazing out there.
So his speed, let's talk about his challenger who has to contend with that. Chael coming off of 3 wins of his own, very respectable run coming into this fight. What can you tell us about this challenger that we don't already know?
Well, Dos Anjos has been very consistent. If you look at the calendar year of the last 12 months, he's been as successful as anybody in the UFC. He punches better than most people give him credit for. His wrestling's a little bit weak. I don't think that's going to play in this fight. However, his speed will, and he lacks it. He's just not fast enough to land the shots he needs on Anthony Pettis. If he's going to take the championship, he's got to beat Pettis at his own game, which is a good old fist fight.
Pettis, Dos Anjos, who wins, Gilbert?
You know, Rafel needs to be aggressive immediately. And if he doesn't get started in the first round or two and he's not finding the target, it's going to be all Pettis, which I think it's going to be. His speed is just too much, and you don't know how fast he is till you get in there with him. So I got Pettis in this fight.
All right.
I'm going to concur. I like Anthony Pettis. I think he stops him TKO.
Okay, easy enough. UFC 185 tomorrow night from Dallas. Thanks a lot, guys. Pettis winning this fight tomorrow night.
You heard it here first.
We wrapped it up. And now here's something